past week and combine it into one video and release this video each week so you guys can stay updated on what's going on in the Cardano ecosystem. I'm coming at you each and every week, kind of like an atomic clock, but sometimes it's on Monday, sometimes it's on Tuesday and Wednesday. I haven't made it to Thursday yet, but I'm sure it'll happen. So what are we going to be talking about in this weekly update video? What did you guys actually miss? A lot of cool stuff came out, actually. The Cardano improvement proposals information came out. I'm really excited to present this information with you guys. I'm going to show you guys how the Cardano improvement proposals actually work, the different types of Cardano improvement proposals, and what that actually means to you. We're also going to be talking about Cardano and Litecoin cross-chain communication collab. That could happen. We're going to talk about the logistics of that. We're also going to be going over what percent you guys are going to earn on your ADA from delegating to different types of pools. Also maybe a little bit of what types of pools are going to pay you the most ADA, and just how you guys actually figure that out. I think that's really important information. One of the most important parts of this video is the scamming epidemic that's going on with cryptocurrency right now. There are actually YouTube videos that have scams in them that do a million times better than my live streams or my videos ever do. So you can't trust them. We're going to be going over how you guys can avoid those scams, how you guys can stay safe with your cryptocurrency. We're going to be talking a lot about that today. I think it's really important. If you guys haven't been scammed once, it's pretty easy to have it happen to you unless it's a blatant one. But these guys are getting pretty smart, you know. We're also going to be talking about the Shelly rollout. This is the final Shelly testnet we're going to be doing. I'm going to be giving you guys more information. This is going to be a dataless wallet. There's going to be another snapshot, a lot of important stuff. And this new dataless wallet is going to be the closest thing to Shelly that you guys are going to actually have before Shelly comes out. There might be another update or two on it, but we'll see. We're also going to be going over the Cardano development update. We're going to be going over what date Goguen coming out, the approximate date of when that hard fork is going to happen. A lot of cool information in this video. But finally, if you guys want to support me and my channel, I have donations linked down below. Another great way to support me is download the Brave browser if you haven't already. This is a really cool browser. I use it every day on every platform. It blocks all ads, and within those ads that it blocks, it actually blocks the trackers that take your IP address, get your location, so you're saving yourself on data because they're going to sell that, and you're also saving yourself on time because it takes a lot of time to load these ads, and it takes a lot of bandwidth to do this. So it's kind of the way to go, man. You also get paid in cryptocurrency, and you can send that cryptocurrency to people like me, or you could just keep it for yourself. I really like Brave. I think it's a cool project. You can also check out Libri. Libri is a decentralized YouTube. I don't really get paid barely anything for you guys clicking that link, but I don't agree with YouTube's monetization policies. I don't agree with really their political policies and how they push that on their own app, but enough of that. Download those two things if you haven't already, or donate to my channel, but also leave a like and a subscribe and a notification bell on this video. Let's jump into it. Make Cardano better through Cardano improvement proposals. Join us in making Cardano better through Cardano improvement proposals. Cardano is on a constant journey of never-ending improvements. And true to our open source ideals, we expect many of these improvements to come from members of the community like you. Today we are pleased to announce the active phase of the Cardano improvement proposal process, CIP, which is designed to open up our ecosystem to everybody who wants to get involved. If you can imagine Cardano as a garage, CRPs are different kinds of tools available to people for repairs, tune-ups, or to customize their vehicles. This post also introduced you to the first Cardano improvement proposal, CIP1, which is now in an active stage. CIP1 provides an overview of how to use the CIP framework to document proposals for improvements and how to build consensus around these proposals. I'm really excited about this stuff. I think it's really important. This is the first Cardano improvement proposal, and we're going to be going over what this actually means today. This is the improvement proposal to announce Cardano improvement proposals. I know it's a little complicated, but let's keep reading through this article and I'll make it make more sense for you guys. Cardano improvement proposals are formalized documents for the Cardano community and its ecosystem members providing information or describing new features or processes. CIPs contain the technical specifications for the proposed changes and act as a source of truth for the community and ecosystem partners, such as the Cardano Foundation, Emergo, and IOHK alike. CIPs are a source of truth in a standardized location. CIPs are a framework for formatting, discussing, and submitting proposals. CIPs are hosted on the Cardano Foundation's GitHub repository. CIPs are not a government process. Decisions are made off the blockchain. CIPs are not binding. CRPs are not a funding mechanism. You might also describe a CIP as a catalog of solutions to an existing problems or solutions to issues that might arise as Cardano grows. CIPs suggest technical solutions to present or future problems. They aim to explain the rationale and motivations behind such solutions in addition to ideas for the implementation. If you are a community member that wants to propose a new change to the Cardano blockchain, previously there was no straightforward way or formalized process to do this. Yeah, I mean, really the only way is to make a YouTube video and hopefully it catches some attention. With the CIP process, this is a way to open up to the community so that individual members can propose a change that they want to see implemented, and that this change will go through the formalized structure so everyone can discuss it, and it will be touching all levels. So they actually released a little bit of a little diagram right here so we can full screen this and take a look at it. So we have the on-hold process right here. And then we have the draft. So then there's two options for the draft. The editor can reject for multiple reasons. And then we can also propose it. And then no progress for 3 years also leads back to the rejected stage. But this kind of shows how it works. And then this is kind of while it's in the active phase. And then during the active phase, obviously there's going to be checkups to make sure it's still going. And then if the checkups are declined in a way, then we'll go to obsolete. But let's see some more information on this right now. I know this information is a little dry, but I do think it's really important. I think a lot of people need to know what this Cardano improvement proposals are and kind of how the first one was actually made. So if we go back to May 5th, the initial commit was made, and then that's essentially the draft, the draft part. And then on the 20th of May, it was actually proposed. The CIP editors changed the status from draft to proposed. So that's this portion right here. They actually changed it to proposed. And then during this time, on May 20th and then on, the CIP1 was open to discussion. And that was open to discussion for a whole nother month until June 20th. And then that was the minimum of 1 month had passed. And it was open to discussion, but no person maintained an unaddressed, substantiated objection. So because of this, it was actually moved from proposed to active. And then this is going to lead us into the 3 different types of CIPs. I think this stuff is also important. A standard track CIP describes any changes that affect most or all Cardano implementations, such as a change to the network protocol, a change in block or transaction validity rules, or any change or addition that affects the interoperability of applications using Cardano. So this is kind of like the big ones. This is changing like the network protocol. This is the really, really important ones. And then a process CIP describes a process surrounding Cardano or proposes a change to or an event in a process. Process CIPs apply to areas other than the protocol. They may propose an implementation, but not to Cardano's code base. They often require community consensus. Examples include procedures, guidelines, changes to the decision-making process, changes to the tools or environment used in the Cardano development. Any meta CIP is also considered a process CIP. So these ones, I mean, although they still are important, they're not actually changing Cardano's code or the network protocol. An informational CIP describes a Cardano design issue. It provides general guidelines or information to the Cardano community, but does not propose a new feature, or it does not change the tools like the process CIP does. So we have to keep in mind here that they're not reinventing the wheel. These improvement proposals are an industry standard across multiple blockchains, and these are actually submitted to a GitHub repository to help formal communication and collaboration across groups of interested parties. Improvement proposals help the community to see what is currently being proposed by other members of the communities or entities like Emergo or IOHK in particular. CIPs are a tool to communicate ideas that help improve the Cardano project itself. However, CIPs are not the only tool. For example, changes IOHK are currently pushing are not community improvement proposal driven. They have historically been research driven by the papers that they've made. However, if IOHK suggests, say, changing staking parameters, it would be done through a CIP framework to establish the feedback loop to also involve the community. I think this stuff's really good. I'm really excited to see this stuff starting to come out. The introduction of CIPs marks another important milestone in driving increased participation from our community towards the development of Cardano. We are pleased with this new milestone, and we are eager to see the CIPs that you and other members of the community will initiate going forward. If you would like to learn more about CIPs, you can visit the links below. I'll have both of these links down below. Yeah, as far as my opinions on this, I mean, I wouldn't have included it in the video if I didn't think it was important, but I'm really excited to see what improvement proposals you guys come up with, or maybe even I come up with, or just anything. I'm really excited. This is going to bring a lot more discussion to the community, and it's also going to give a lot of people a way to participate in the ecosystem through these improvement proposals, because there are a lot of great minds in the community, and they're not all just working at IOHK or Mergo or the Cardano Foundation. So I thought that was awesome. Let me know what you guys think of this down below. One of the cool things that happened this week was Charles Hoskinson talking with Charlie Lee, the Litecoin founder. I've always liked Litecoin. I just always preferred it, especially in 2017 with all those big fees. I use Litecoin pretty often just to get money out of exchanges or get money onto exchanges. But Charles Hoskinson said in July 7th to a tweet to Lee, he said, "It would be great to do something together." And then following that, he said, "I love the idea of testing cross-chain communication between Litecoin and Cardano. We've got a lot of ideas, and I'm sure you guys do too." We so far haven't heard a reply from Lee, but I'm sure something's in the works. I think it's a really cool idea. I think that'll bring a lot of value to Cardano and Litecoin. It's also a great way to test that out. Following this, though, on July 9th, Charles Hoskinson released a whiteboard video. I know all you guys love his whiteboard videos, so I could go through here and show you guys some cool things. But I know that if you guys missed it, you just need to watch it. It's thoughts on cross-chain communication, side chains, in Popals, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Litecoin. That's like I said, I could go through this video and show you guys tidbits, but I think you just need to watch it. There's a lot of important stuff, and even some stuff about Goguen. It's really important. You guys watch this, and then we'll go to the next part of the video. So I've already released 2 videos about this, but someone in our community named Umed, he also runs the Skylight Pool, you can see that from his Reddit username here, released something called Shelly Incentive Parameters, What You Need to Know Before Launch. I really think that all delegates and stake pool operators alike should click the link down below if you guys haven't read this article. He takes all the parameters that were set that I mentioned in my video and makes just a write-up about them, a summary, what they all mean, explains what K means, tau, rho, A0. He tells you guys like minimum operating costs. We can go over this one real quick because I haven't harped on it too much. The minimum operating cost is 340 ADA per epoch. So what this means is that stake pool operators have to charge 340 per epoch from the rewards. So if you have a pool with 1 million ADA delegated and you only get 250 ADA per epoch, which I think it's going to be more if you actually do the math. It depends on your percent, it depends on your costs and everything, but you have to be making at least 340 ADA per epoch to even pay your delegates. So that's something important that you guys need to take a look at. I really do recommend you guys just reading through this article, especially for techs people like me. I've also thought about asking him to come on a paycast, just a real quick one to present this information. I really do like the guy. He was on the Cardano Effect with me. Another thing that he listed down here, which is really important, is for 2020 to 2021, the Cardano network will generate a maximum return on stake of around 5.93% per year after the treasury taxes. And then this is for a fully pledged pool. So like my pool is probably going to be fully pledged. So you guys will probably get about 5.93% exactly from me. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more depending on the algorithm. And then a minimum return on stake of around 4.56% for a small pool with no pledge. And this is why I made those videos in the past that I was a little worried about the A0 value, but I had to partner up with somebody. I'm going to announce that in this video here today. I did partner up with someone that is willing to provide me that pledge for a percentage of the earnings, obviously. So I will be able to provide you guys the maximum return on stake. I think that was really important. I didn't want to just create a stake pool for you guys and you not be able to get the best percentage, you know? And that's why I was freaking out a little bit in my videos, but it's all been worked out. I'm really happy with my partnership. I should have more information on that for you guys later this week. So if you guys follow crypto Twitter, I'm sure you've heard about this before, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate it on my video because there's a lot of people on YouTube that actually don't even use Twitter. It's really important for you guys to be very careful about scammers. Since the summit, we've brought a lot of attention to Cardano, and people are realizing that people are interested in it, so they're willing to scam. And that's why some of these live streams actually have 70,000 viewers, and these are obviously bots. But the way live streams work is it's based on watch time and it's based on viewers. So if they have these bots come there and stay, and they're all at different locations, there's nothing that YouTube can do to stop this currently. So what they're doing is they're doing these videos called Opening Keynote Shelly Edition Cardano 2020 Summit, and it'll say, oh, giveaway. You send this ADA, you'll receive this. You send this, you'll receive this. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a big pays guide to not getting scammed. I've been scammed in the past, but it was a very, very elaborate scheme. Maybe I'll iterate that more on a different video, but they got me good. They got me for $500 in BTC back in 2016. There was no, I felt that I was unscammable at that point. I thought that I guess you could say I was smart enough, but I was naive. I thought there was no way to scam me, and they got me by actually using a site that had previously been closed down. They bought the domain address, used the same domain address, the same exact site, the same code. Everything was the exact same, but when you actually sent the funds, you got nothing in return. That's how malicious these scammers can be. They can get people like me that have been scammed even when I was younger, that I thought I'd learned my lesson, but they don't. So if someone is offering you more ADA than the ADA that you have, then it's a scam. If someone is saying, hey, do this and send ADA to my address, then it's a scam. It's different if it's like you're talking to someone who does digital design. Even then, if they do digital design, they have their work, they can still scam you. If you are sending your money to anyone, they can scam you. If it is ever, hey, send money here, they're probably scamming you. If people reach out to you and it's me and I'm saying, hey, I've lost my house, I need ADA, send here. It's not me, man. I'm never going to reach out to you guys. The links down below in my description will always be valid links to wallets. And honestly, at a certain point, I don't want to tell you to trust YouTubers. I don't want to say trust people like me. Trust no one. Your money is your money. Never send it to anyone. And when you're downloading a wallet from any link and you're typing in your secret key is the most important thing to your funds. Anyone that has that key will access all of your funds. So if it says, hey, download this wallet and type in your secret key, always be very, very wary about it. Even if it's me giving you that link, go somewhere else. Go to IOHK's Twitter. Go to their actual website and make sure that link is valid. Check with Kaizen Crypto to make sure that he has the same link. Check with multiple sources before you ever do anything crazy like typing in your secret key, like sending money to anyone. The only time that I'll ever ask you for money is at the beginning of my video where I'm shilling myself, like always. Just send ADA to the link down below. That's what I say. I'm never going to reach out to you and say, hey man, the world's on fire, I need ADA. It's never going to happen. So please, don't get scammed. Because the more that you guys get scammed or anyone gets scammed, the more these are going to pop up. Because they're paying a lot of money for 70,000 bots at different locations. I'm telling you guys right now, they are spending some cash to do that. And the only reason that they can do it is because people are falling for it. And it's that simple. We have to educate the community to not fall for this, but at a certain point, it's always going to happen. So we have to be very wary of it. I'm sorry for letting this go so long, but I am passionate about this. One day there's going to be someone with my logo, and they're going to be saying, hey, send me money. Please don't send them money. I can't imagine how hurtful it is for Charles to actually have his face and be giving money to these scammers. I want to use bad words here, but I can't because YouTube. But yeah, let's jump on to the next video. Enough anger. So we're getting closer to the end of the video, guys, and we're actually going to be checking if Shelly is going to be released on the hard fork date. This is when all the good things are happening, July 29th, and we're going to be checking right here if we're actually going to be able to hit that date. Is that stable? So we're going to go back with our boy IOHK Tim, who always does an awesome job at releasing these updates. they talk about the hard fork combinator. It's the little piece of blockchain wizardry. It's really important because it's going to be the thing that actually gives us a transition from Byron to Shelly. Again, Byron was the federated model, the centralized model of Cardano, and Shelly is the decentralized, where people like me, stake pool operators, are actually running the network, and then obviously a little bit of IOHK. So at the time of him writing this, they're just finishing off some final QA on the 1.15 node CLI. So what does this mean for you? This is a really good thing because this is going to be the final Shelly testnet. And what this testnet is they're taking a snapshot, similar to the one that happened in the ITN, a snapshot, and I think they took it a few days ago, maybe like 4 days ago. And stake pool operators that want to run a network, or you guys that want to delegate to a pool in this testnet, you're going to download a new Shelly wallet, and this wallet is going to be the closest thing to Shelly that you've ever had your hands on. And they're going to still be updating this constantly. It's going to give you guys a way to play around in a more realistic simulation. So why is this important? Because it's going to be an actual realistic simulation of what would happen during mainnet, other than the fact that this money means nothing. The ADA that's taken in this snapshot is going to mean nothing to you, but it's important because I get to figure out maybe a little bit of a portion of delegators that are going to delegate to me. We also get to put a load on the network with all of these wallets. By you guys downloading all these wallets, delegating your stake, you're doing a lot more on the network than just stake pool operators can do. So it's really, really important that you guys participate in this testnet. I'm going to be making a video later this week when it happens, explaining the whole process, showing you guys how to do this the second it comes out. I'll be making that video for you guys. But it's important to be prepared for that, to actually be able to participate in this testnet with this wallet, because you're going to be using fake ADA, but it's the same ADA amount that you have in your wallet now. It's really important that you guys participate that. I don't know how much I can really bang on that. I've said it a million times before. We need you to participate, to put a load on the network with all of the nodes from the dataless wallets. But that's really it. There's going to be more. There's going to be another video explaining more of that. But finally, the next phase of the testnet program is particularly important for exchanges. The exchanges are going to need they're going to need their own testnet. They're going to have to figure this stuff out for themselves because they have different like software than we do. They have like industry software, and it's going to be a lot harder for them to do this without having this. So by them giving them this testnet, it's going to give them more time to make sure the exchanges are up to date and ready for the Shelly hard fork on July 29th. But yeah, so if you guys want to stay up to date with new developments, make sure you guys check out IOHK's Twitter. I'll have that link down below. It's really important. And then also the releases on a regular basis via the Cardano testnet site. I'll also have this link down below.
Things that we have to get done between now and the launch. And as I mentioned in the summit, we are looking at about 120, 150 days of work out before the hard fork. So at the end of this month...
So I just wanted to show you guys that little clip from the Thoughts on Cross-Chains Communication. I know I mentioned it earlier, but just hearing him say 120 and 150 days for Goguen coming out is insane. I didn't actually think it was going to come out this year. Sorry, but I didn't. I mean, Shelly and Voltaire are both already coming out, so I wasn't expecting Goguen. Big thanks for Cardano. I know you guys probably already heard that from the summit, but I just wanted to reiterate that at the end of the video as I read the development updates from Goguen themselves, or from the Goguen team, I should say. This week, the Plutus team worked on JSON updates. In a smart contract backend SBC, the test JSON file was expanded to include more kinds of events to decode. On the front end, the JSON map was updated to successfully decode null as an empty map, and some encoding errors that were fixed. Finally, the team added a copy to clipboard support for long blockchain IDs to make it easier to copy the full version. This week, the Plutus team made improvements to the events page in the smart contracts backend, the SCB. They made improvements to the management and contract instances and reduced the Plutus Playground instance size. That's pretty cool. Finally, the team updated the GHC package that is used for Haddock. The Marlowe team began working on the addition of the new wallet simulation tab in the Marlet Playground. This tab will enable users to understand what features a wallet needs to be able to run Marlowe contracts and how a contract behaves in relation to multiple wallets. That's pretty cool. I think it's important for them to do that for sure. The team also added a mechanism to send code from the Haskell editor to Blockly and updated the color scheme to be used in Blockly. Also really cool. The link for this is going to be down below. They release these every 7 days. It's a development update. I always read them in my videos, so you guys don't have to take a look if you always keep up to date with my videos. But that's really it. The news was a little dry compared to last week. I mean, the last video was like 34 minutes long, and it was just from the summit. But as always, if you guys made it to this part of the video, please comment Goguen down below. I really appreciate you guys' support. More videos coming out soon, especially later this week for all this new dataless Shelly stuff that's coming out. But I had a lot of fun making this video. I really hope you guys like it. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below. The video I did last week did pretty poorly, but it is all okay. It was a long one, and it was a new style of video, so it happens. So if you guys did miss that video last week, make sure you check it out. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.